The king is dead, but long live the crown. Joey! 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 Joey!
Agwambo, Kinga, Jacom, Enigma, Woodbin, Baba.
Luanda living for Kisumu.
From the bustling Luanda Market, I begin my journey, cruising towards Kisumu city, the lakeside jewel of Western Kenya. This stretch is more than just a road. It's a story of people, culture and transition, of the Bunyore highlands and the Luo plains, of trade, belief and resilience. And today, it's a journey carrying a deeper emotion as Kisumu mourns one of its greatest sons, Raila Amolo Odinga. This isn't just a drive, it's a passage through memory, heritage and identity. Luanda Market, a vibrant heartbeat on the Kisumu-Busia highway. Traders here call it a small city that never sleeps. Women sell fish from Lake Victoria, freshly smoked and spiced. Others trade bananas, groundnuts, and second-hand clothes, mitumba, stacked in colorful heaps. This is Bunyore land, part of Abaluya community, known for its discipline, industriousness, and deep sense of faith, and people greeting each other with warmth. Mulembe, the Luya word for peace. From Luanda, the tarmac road winds gently westward, climbing small hills, cutting through the lush green farmlands. You will pass matatus packed with travelers heading to Kisumu. Emotions are high, stories are flowing. The road between Luanda and Maseno is rich, not just in soil, but in human connection. Here, people live from the land. Maize, sugarcane, tea, and dairy farming dominate. Small shops line the road, selling phone cards, chapati, and omrere. I pass Esianda and Esibila, the air gets cooler, the land begins to change. You can almost sense the transition from Luya to Luo territory. Religion here is strong, with both Christians and traditional believers coexisting. The Luya of Bunyore are known for their strong Seventh-day Adventist and Quaker roots. Saturday mornings, you will see men in clean shirts walking to church, Bibles in hand. But traditional beliefs still live on in song, dance, and rituals of passage. was Maseno, a small but historic, powerful town, sitting exactly on the equator. One half lies in Vihiga County, home to the Luya, the other half in Kisumu County, Luo land. Here, the cultures blend like colors on a sunset. The roadside is filled with students. Maseno University stands proud, symbolizing knowledge and progress. This border isn't just a geographical one, it's a cultural, political, and emotional. From here on, greetings change from Mulembe to Nango, from the Bunyore peace to the Luo, how are you? And in that small linguistic shift lies the story of Kenya's diversity. Different tongues, one rhythm. Maseno has always been significant to Raila Odinga. This is where he often stopped during his political tours to greet the youth, to inspire, to remind them that leadership is not about power, but service. From Maseno, the road begins to descend. The air turns warmer, the vegetation changes, and the view opens wide, revealing the shimmering waters of the Lake Victoria in the distance. You are now in Luo land. The Luo are proud people with deep roots in history, politics, and art, known for their oratory, their music, and their sense of style. As you approach Kombewa, you will see roadside fish stalls, tilapia, freshly fried with tomatoes and kachumbari. Luo homes here often have round huts, simba, symbolizing continuity or family. The Luo believe in chimogimor, eating with joy, because life must be celebrated, not endured. Economically, Kisumu thrives on fishing, trade, and transport. The port city connects Kenya to Uganda and Tanzania through Lake Victoria. Small industries, border transport, and cross-border trade keep the city alive. But beneath the rhythm, there is sorrow today. The city mourns the loss of a man many called Baba, Raila Amolo Odinga. As I enter Kisumu, the air feels different, heavy yet dignified. Old men narrating stories, how Raila fought for multi-party democracy, how he endured detentions, and how he inspired a generation. The young and the old are here, united by grief, but also by pride, because Raila wasn't just a politician, he was a symbol of courage. And Kisumu, his city, reflects that same spirit, bold, loud, resilient. In the midst of mourning, life continues. The fish market still open, the matatus still run, the sunset still paints the lake golden, because that's what Raila taught, that Kenya must live on, dream on, and fight on.
and your forest. I don't think I really like it because I start getting bored. Yeah.
The lakeside city, the city of promise, a place where the sun rises gently over the Lake Victoria and every wave tells a story of trade, transformation and tenacity. Welcome to Kisumu, the heart of Western Kenya, the third largest city in the country. But how did Kisumu come to be, and what's the vision that leaders like Raila Amolo Odinga hold for this beautiful lakeside city? Let's take that journey through time, politics and the people to understand how Kisumu became the pride of the Lake region. Before colonialism, Kisumu was simply known as Sumo, a Luo word meaning a place of barter trade. It was a meeting point where the Luo, Nandi and Kisii communities came to exchange fish, grains, livestock and tools. In 1901, when the Uganda Railway reached this lakeside settlement, the British saw great potential. They named it Port Florence. In honor of Florence Preston, the wife of a senior railway engineer, it became the main port connecting Kenya to Uganda and Tanzania through the Lake Victoria. Ships would dock here carrying goods from as far as Kampala and Mwanza. Kisumu became the gateway to the Great Lake region, a melting pot of cultures, languages and opportunities. It wasn't just trade. Kisumu became a symbol of connection between East Africa's inland region and the Indian Ocean coast. Through the 20th century, Kisumu grew from a railway town into a bustling urban hub. Its economy revolved around fishing, commerce, and manufacturing. The establishment of Kisumu municipality in 1903 marked its administrative growth. Over time, Kisumu became more than just a town. It became the political nerve center of Western Kenya. It's here that some of Kenya's greatest politician stories have roots, from Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Kenya's first vice president, to his son Raila Amolo Odinga, whose name is deeply intertwined with Kisumu's identity. Yet, Kisumu has faced challenges: unemployment, pollution of Lake Victoria, and poor infrastructure. But like the waves that always return to the shore, Kisumu always finds its rhythm again. For Raila Odinga, Kisumu isn't just home, it's a dream of modernization, economic revival, and regional integration. Raila envisions Kisumu as a modern African city built around blue economy opportunities. Under his influence and advocacy, several key developments have taken shape. Revival of Kisumu Port, reopening trade routes across Lake Victoria, connecting Kenya to Uganda and Tanzania once again. Expansion of Kisumu International Airport, positioning Kisumu as a regional air hub for business and tourism. Upgrading of road networks like the Mamboleo Kondele flyover and new bypasses, easing transport in and out of the city. Modern markets and industrial parks aimed empowering small-scale traders and creating jobs. His vision, a Kisumu that blends its rich cultural identity with modern urban living, where fishermen, traders, and tech entrepreneurs can all thrive side by side. Kisumu is evolving, not just infrastructure, but a mindset. It's embracing sustainability, technology, and tourism. The city has hosted major international events like AfriCities 2022, proving that Kisumu can compete on a global stage. There is also the Lakefront Development Project, designed to transform the shoreline into a tourism, recreation, and business hub, with walkways, resorts, and public spaces. From a fishing village to a port city, to now a smart city in the making, Kisumu stands as a beacon of Western Kenya's potential. But the true beauty of Kisumu isn't just in its buildings or its port, it's in the people. The Luo community, known for their pride, resilience, and vibrant culture, give Kisumu its soul. Here, life moves to the rhythm of music, laughter, and debate, whether in Kibuye Market, Oile Park, or by the lakeside at Hippo Point, Dunga Beach. It's a city that never forgets its history, yet keeps streaming forward. Kisumu, where the lake meets the land and tradition meets transformation. From Sumo to Port Florence, from Odinga's hometown to a regional economic hub, Kisumu's story continues to unfold. And as Raila Odinga once said, Kisumu is not just a city of the past, it's a city of the future. So as you walk its streets, cruise its waters, or listen to the heartbeat of its people, remember this: Kisumu isn't just a place, it's a story of vision, resilience, and rebirth. My journey at Dunga Beach, where the lake whispers softly against wooden boats. Fishermen cast their nets, children play by the shore, and I think about this stretch from Luanda to Kisumu. How every kilometer carries a story of faith, hard work, culture, and transition. From the disciplined hills of Bunyore to the proud plains of Kisumu, Kenya lives here in its people, its differences, its unity, and its hope. As the sun sets over the Lake Victoria, I am reminded roads don't just connect places, they connect hearts, histories, and destinies. This is Africa in motion. This is home, and Africa is in business.
So please note the official flight number is now RAO 001. RAO 001, RAO 001.